Hello everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's laziest music nerd, here with a review of the entire discography of myself. But the twist is that it's going to be in the style of the Great Melon himself. And by the way, this is only main projects, so no singles, no covers, none of that, just EPs and mixtapes. We start our journey in 2018 with the Message EP. Now, I was 13 years old. I looked like this, and you know how for most artists you'll probably never hear their first 2, 3, maybe 5 songs that they ever did? Yeah, it's not the case with me. The Message EP was literally the first attempt I had at ever making a song, making a project, and, 13-year-old me looking like this, by the way, thought it'd be a good idea to share it with the world. Like, how are you gonna make an entire EP on an iPhone 6 on the free GarageBand at the time and expect it to be, Grammy Award winning? Now, to give myself some credit, you can tell this kid has a basic understanding of song structures and melodies, but that's about all the credit I'm gonna give him. 3 out of the 5 songs on this EP were made using loops, so it was probably the laziest project I ever made, and overall there's just a lack of personality or persona. I'm 5 songs in, I don't know what this kid's deal is, like what's he doing here? So yeah, safe to say there's a lot of improvement to be done with this kid. I'm giving the Message EP a light 3, and we move on. Now we find ourselves in 2019 with Joel, a mixtape. Now I know what you're thinking, why is this called a mixtape even though it's only 5 songs? Originally this was supposed to be an 8-track project, but I wanted to save the other songs for a different project and they never saw the light of day, so I guess it was kind of a waste, but the name sounded cool so I kept it. Now the concept of all the Joel tapes, and if I ever do Joel 3, is that they're basically supposed to be a holistic representation of what I'm inspired by, what's going in my life, and basically what I'm listening to, while I'm making it. So if we think of 2019, Bobby Tarantino 2 was out, Astroworld was out, I'm pretty sure Scorpion was out, and you can definitely tell I'm wearing my inspirations on my sleeve and trying to be like the artist that I look up to. So the pluses I would give this project based on that is that I'm clearly just having fun and experimenting. We've got AirPods on there. The streets will never forget. Some of the hooks are actually decent, and even the beats have gotten actually decent for once. But again, we fall into the trap of trying to make deep topics. It just comes across as cringe, and I just wish he would just stick to having fun and experimenting as opposed to trying to go for a Grammy. You can't get a Grammy if your music is only on SoundCloud, Joel. Get that very clear. But overall, it's an improvement, and at this stage, that's all we can really ask for. He's taking his time, he's having fun, he's experimenting, and we're seeing him slowly start to, find his sound. I'm giving this one a strong 4. Hopefully we can do better from here. Following on, we have the My Imagination EP. The highlight for this one with me is definitely the beats and the melodies. They're very, synth heavy, multiple layers. I'm surprised the little iPhone 6 didn't blow up at this point while trying to make this project, because there's a lot going on in some of these tracks. We even have the boy going for 4-part harmonies in songs. You have no right to be doing this on an iPhone 6. But what we can see here is that he's finally starting to understand concept, having big dreams and escapism. It's not a lot of substance, but it's enough to just have a good time. There's some hits on this one. But nevertheless, improvement still needs to be done. I ain't got bars at this point, so light 5, I'm sticking with that. Now, as we enter the Twisted Imagination EP, the first track sets you up for a much darker, more rap-heavy, distorted version of the My Imagination project. I just wanted to prove that I could rap. There's less melodies and more bars. The beats are simpler, but it's just more energetic. I'm letting my voice do the work. It's just more holistic and there's a clearer vision. And for that reason, I'm going to give this one a strong 6. Honestly, it's probably still one of my favorite projects I've made. But now we get on to the first longer form project, which is Joel 2, coming off the back of a pretty good summer and a pretty good year, and I kind of just wanted to capture that confidence on a longer form project. There's an attempt at being more versatile. We're going from melodic rap to drill music to boom bap, and you can somewhat tell I'm out of my comfort zone, but nevertheless, the experience and practice is starting to show for once. There's a balance of hooks and bars. The beats are layered, but not to the point where it sounds like I'm having a schizophrenic episode. But it goes to show that experimentation up to this point is just necessary for finding your sound. For that reason, I'm going to go for a light 7. I'm just feeling that good about myself at this point. We're going to end off with the My Twisted Imagination pack. I know it's technically a playlist because it's just the same songs repackaged, but with the 3 other songs in that pack, you're basically getting a whole new project, so I might as well review that. Now, outside of a single, this is the first project that I've done fully produced and mixed and mastered on Logic Pro. Finally, we can dash the iPhones and the crappy headphones and use real mics and stuff. Is sick. And I'll be honest, this whole little pack was just an excuse to give the more experimental songs that I have an actual home. You know, I can get away now with being more layered with the production and have beat switches and things like that, and it actually sound clean. And if anything, these 3 songs are like the perfect mix of the ambition from my imagination and the confidence from Twisted Imagination in terms of the bars and the production being just as on par with each other. Obviously, with the new album, I want to show sides of myself that you probably haven't heard before. It's a good thing to look back at the past project, see how far we've come, and see where we can take it from here. The My Twisted Imagination pack gets a light 7. It's not really a full project, but for what it is, you can tell that, you know, I had a vision and I was going somewhere. But anyway, that's been my review of Joel's music thus far. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? Hit the like and the subscribe. I don't remember what he says at the end of the videos, but hopefully it's something like this. Hit the bell as well. I hope your day is swell. I gave it a try. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Bye.